We have about as many doctors in the United States as we have restaurants. Yet I can go on the internet, go into newspapers, and find dozens of restaurant reviews about the pizza place down the block from me. It's much harder to get information when I'm facing a serious health challenge and want to know which doctors are good and which aren't. But the internet is changing all of that. And with us today we have Eric Goldman, who is a professor of law and the director of the High-Tech Law Institute at the Santa Clara University School of Law, to tell us about the changes in consumer information coming out of the explosion on the internet. So thank you very much.
The internet has allowed patients to review doctors and to explain what they liked about the services doctors provided, what they didn't. That's really unprecedented. We've never really had a good way to get that kind of information in the past.
Now doctors, though, are getting nervous about that information and are trying to muzzle patients in a way from bringing their legitimate claims. And so what sort of avenues are physicians taking to stop information being posted about them?
A company called Medical Justice has provided a package of services offered up to doctors, a system that is designed to suppress consumer reviews. The system includes a contract that doctors ask their patients to sign that says, you can talk about us online if you want, but you assign all copyright in any of the postings that you make, and therefore we now own those reviews. What that allows doctors to do in practice is to send takedown notices to the review publishers to say, you are infringing my copyright by publishing this review, and that effectively gives doctors a veto over any reviews they don't like. There's a bunch of legal and ethical challenges with doctors using that system. Doctors may be breaking the law by using these contracts. We have a case, for example, from about a decade ago that a software manufacturer put in its end user license agreement, you may not review us.
Yeah.
And the courts, a court in New York said, that violates our consumer protection laws. You just can't tell people that they can't review your services. That's just not an option. And so doctors might be similarly breaking consumer protection law by using that. We also need to tell doctors that unless they can identify that the patients who have posted are in fact the ones that have signed their contract, then they might be sending bogus takedown notices. Well, there's actually liability potentially for sending takedown notices when you don't own the copyright, when you overassert copyright interests. And if doctors then navigate around that problem, they may be inadvertently revealing the identity of their patients to other people, and they may actually then run into some potential privacy issues.
Sure.
We entrust doctors with the most significant life decisions, and there's an instant wedge in that trust that gets created when the doctors go opposite to it and say, I don't trust you as my patient to talk about me fairly. Well, so we need to teach patients that they need to be aggressive consumers of services, and if a doctor asks them to sign this, they need to refuse, and they need to tell their doctor why.